Hi, and welcome to the Kendall Young Professionals Interview Series by Professional Speakers Federation. Today we'll be talking with Mark Reichel from Qnary and how their company is working to promote online social media growth for businesses and individuals. So Mark, what exactly does your company do?
Yeah, great. So Qnary is an online reputation growth company. So we work with businesses, individuals, professionals to essentially grow their online presence, ensure that they have positive, consistent search results and content when someone's looking them up online, and really also make sure that they're reaching their target audience through social media marketing and optimizations. Sometimes we even work with businesses and individuals to build their reputation. Sometimes they're not visible at all online.
All right, so as far as content creation goes, how exactly do you guys do it? I mean, what tools do you guys have? What do you use really to get the content out there?
Yeah, that's a great question. So as far as content creation or the optimizations we're making, social media plays a huge role in that. And a big reason why that is because Google and search engines like Yahoo and so forth, they really give a lot of authority to social media channels like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, etc. So they're already organically ranking highly on those search engines. Now, what we do is we take these profiles, we optimize them so that we can ensure that they're maximize the amount of visibility they're getting on search engines. That's the foundation. And we do that by having a great team of people who have a background and a foundation in SEO, in social media, but we've also developed a great web-based platform and technology that allows a professional or a business to go on and get a 360-degree view of how they currently look online and actually be told the optimizations that they need to make, even on a granular level, like a profile, all the way down to the kind of content that they're posting and how they can be optimizing their content so that they can really maximize their online footprint, their digital identity. And after we've created this foundational level of optimizing the profiles and developing them, then comes the content piece. And when we're creating great content, part of the team also has a great background as journalists in writing. They're great content creators. But a big part of social media content is making sure you're using the right keywords, the right tags, the right hashtags, so that you're not just creating great content, but it's actually also being seen. There's so much content out there already that is great content, but it doesn't always get seen, and that's the issue. So the tags are very important. How we also create great content and understand how to find and create great content is by also having a suite of other technologies that we use. Social media monitoring and listening tools. Some of the top tools that we work with are tools like Engager, tools like Topsy. We use a tool called Tracks. These are pretty high-level tools that we use for our clients to ensure that we're maximizing the amount of monitoring that we're doing and we're finding great content that's in the moment, real-time, trending, so we can really leverage it.
There's a lot of articles saying like social media doesn't really help companies or make sales or really help them to grow all that much. So what are your thoughts on that exactly?
Yeah, I mean, we see those articles. They come out every now and then, of course. As far as the articles go, I could tell you our experience here obviously has been quite the opposite. We've worked with a lot of our clients to build up their online presence, which has gone hand in hand with the amount of business development that they've gotten with actual revenue and actual numbers. The tough thing with social media is the ROI. Everyone's always been struggling. What's the definitive ROI? And it depends on the client. Each client can have different goals. And it's understanding what that particular client's ROI is. So, for instance, we work with an individual or a startup, a very small business, and they're going to have different goals than some of our larger Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 brands who are already household names but have a different goal of how they want to engage their core audience. So it's really understanding each client's and each individual's goal and then being able to show and prove through how social media is going to help them reach that goal.
Out of all the clients and individuals that you have helped and all the businesses, What are some of the people on the list? Who have you helped exactly?
Yeah, I mean, so some of our larger clients are various different Mondelez international brands, such as Ritz Crackers, Wheat Thins, Oreo, Trident Gum, Nilla Wafers, Stride Gum, etc. We work with 15 of those brands under Mondelez International. We also work with Clear Channel. We've also worked with BP. We started working with McDonald's recently. And then all the way down to small to medium-sized companies, law firms, small to medium-sized hedge funds, all the way down to individual life coaches, business coaches, dentists, doctors, and again those smaller or small businesses or smaller clients like that. The goals are going to be different. For a doctor or a dentist or a business coach, we're trying to show them the correlation between getting them more visibility on search engines, essentially by upping the rankings for how they're showing up and engaging their core audience with, for a doctor, for instance, how many new patients they're getting and opportunities. So we've been able to show that correlation, and it doesn't always happen overnight, but through real targeted and great content, you can definitely show that correlation to all the way up to an Oreo, who they're a household name, everyone loves Oreo, but they want to engage their community around different campaigns, different PR that they have coming out.
So Mark, I mean, we pretty much got the whole storytelling aspect. Everybody needs to really get their story out, but you guys do mostly the online storytelling, and you guys know how to do it right. So how does that relate to the old school, like presentation storytelling, as opposed to getting yourself out there online and really letting people know who you are?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we at Qnary, we understand the importance of storytelling, whether it's offline and we're in a pitch meeting with our clients, or especially online. And the reason it's so important online is because everything that you put online is pretty much permanent. Unless you're the person or the source of the content, you can't really just take things offline. A lot of people's reputations have been ruined because they've essentially told the wrong story or posted the wrong kind of content, and they regret it substantially. It's so important also for growing your company or growing your online reputation, whether you're an individual or a company, because you want to get your consumer or your target audience engaged and excited, and you want to show them the passion of why your service is different, why it matters, or your product. So it's hugely important for reputation management issues, and also to tell a great story is just going to help get your target audience much more excited about what you're offering them.
Where do you see the company going, like as far as the company as alongside with social media, on online advancements and everything like that? What's next for Qnary exactly?
That's a great question. I'd say that there's no, I'd say that the boundaries are endless, the possibilities are endless for Qnary. One thing I will say is that the company was kind of founded on this belief that every individual person has a digital identity, right? Everyone has their own personal brand. And when we first got started, we thought of ourselves as the enterprise solution for companies to optimize their employees. The idea that employees are a company's biggest asset, right? Who's representing the company? And we've done that on maybe a slightly smaller scale by optimizing the top executives of some of these larger Fortune 500 and 100 brands, and even doing some of our smaller clients like doctors and dentists, even law firms, optimizing their partners. But we really want to grow into this space to be that enterprise, digital identity enterprise solution to optimize all of the employees of a very large company or of the various companies we work with, because we understand that each employee does play an integral role in a company's success.
All right, well, thanks for your time, Mark, and I hope to see more successful businesses grow because of Qnary, including us.
Yeah, absolutely. What I will say is it's great to have Jonathan Kendall and Professional Speakers Federation on board with Qnary. We're very excited to work with you guys. I think it really truly marries the idea of offline face-to-face interaction with online identity and one's online presence. You guys offer a great service already, so it's going to be great in kind of taking you guys from being really, really good to being great.